Good afternoon all, Andy here from gaatech.com, and here we are looking at best clearances to make sure your parts fit. When CNCing parts, you may know that a router is unable to cut square internal corners, so we have to introduce dog bones into them. And I'll link to my previous video about dog bones, but we will be covering it on this video as well for those who don't know. Keep watching. So we've got some parts here that I've routed, and the reason I've done this is because I had a client recently send me some files and I had to send them back to him saying they didn't, or they weren't going to fit, because he had made the male tongues and the female tongues the same dimension, and I said they wouldn't fit in together, and he didn't quite understand. So hence the video. So let us crack on. So I'm going to start off with this part, and just see this part here. This part has a dog bone in there, so I'll put a little photo in the screen to show you what a dog bone is. And basically it's an indentation. It's almost like half a circle that you put in here to allow two parts to fit together. So here we have a female part with a dog bone each side, and they are both 20mm and they shouldn't fit together. So they start to go in, but get them square. They don't want to go in very nicely. So if you've got a series of holes, and the part he sent me was like a battery box for a quadcopter, and he was going to have 4 of these tongues both sides, and I think 3 along the short side. So I said the parts wouldn't fit together very easily. So that proves to me that if you make them the same size, they're not going to fit together. So we're now going to try a 20.1 and a 20, and these should go together. Okay, that they fit together nicely, and we're just going to check what we've got here. So yeah, that's 20.09, 20.015. Let's get the calipers straight. 20.1, 20.12, and that should be 20. Yeah. So 20 and 21. That gives a nice fit, and because we've got a dog bone on this corner and this corner, and a dog bone on this corner and this corner, it allows this square edge and that square edge to go into the dog bones very slightly. And there we have a perfect fit. So a 0.1 difference makes it fit. If it's a 0.15, it's an easier fit. And sideways movement, so I'm now pushing the parts up and down. You're starting to get a little bit of movement between the two parts. Let's go back to the 0.1. There's hardly, that's my fingers moving. There is a little bit of movement, obviously. More noticeable on the 20.15 part. 20.2 and a 20 goes in very, very easily. And now you're noticing the difference. So if we hold it up, and you might just be able to see there, I think you can see that daylight on this horizontal joint here, because there is 0.2mm difference. You should be able to see it there. So 0.2, that's almost 2 sheets of paper. So then 0.25, yeah, you can really start feeling the slop, and you can probably see more daylight appearing there. Then 0.3, it would still work, but you're just introducing more slop. So on this part I cut it, and you see this part has no dog bone. It is just a normal radius, and that radius is 0.075, as I was using a 1.5mm cutter. And you'll notice that this part and this part won't fit together, because this square internal corner here won't fit in this corner, because that square edge is going to hit on the radius, and you should see daylight along these parts, as the parts aren't going to fit properly. So I'm not sure you can see that on the camera, but let's get it square. Yeah, you should be able to see daylight there, because this part wants to go in further, but the radius is stopping it. Let's go back to a one with dog bones. You should see that the parts are good. So a 20mm, where are we? 20mm start to go together, but they don't want to go in very nicely. So because they are the same size, so you would expect that not to work. Pull them apart. So a 21 and a 20, just line them up, and they push together because there's a 0.1 difference. So you would expect to see daylight on this horizontal gap of 0.1, because the part is sharing 0.05, 0.05 both sides, and that is a good fit. So when you're designing your parts, see, I'm using the same pressure. The 20 and the 20 won't fit together, so you need to make you need to make a tolerance to allow the parts to slide together. So 0.1 difference, or even 0.15 would work. And more often than not, although these parts are used during construction, it's not this joint that actually holds the part together. Obviously the slots are keeping them together, but then somewhere in your design you might have a nylon, an aluminium standoff actually holding the parts together, and these types of joints are just stopping the parts moving backwards and forwards. So the magic number is have a 0.1 tolerance on your parts and you should be fine. Okay, that's Andy on the Blue Box series. Finishing up very quickly. If you like the videos, please like and subscribe. Hit the little grey bell down the bottom, and that will notify you when I upload more videos. Sorry for my subscribers that I haven't uploaded a video for a while. Been doing a lot of decorating at home, and life's been so busy. I have been doing a lot of CNC routing, just haven't had time to do a video. So as the client sent me his drawings, and I was struggling to explain to him why the parts wouldn't fit, I thought I'd do a quick video. So make sure you have a tolerance between male and female parts, and they're fit together lovely. That's Andy now, signing out. Cheers for now.